Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. First week of, well, yeah, first week of January. It's January 2nd. Heading to the gym. I got leg day today. Gonna do a gym vlog. Wanted to get on the intro and talk about the how I felt yesterday, like as far as like the first day of the year and stuff. I had already been planning for January. Supposed to go to the gym yesterday, but I had just got back from San Antonio from this wedding that we went to, and my body was just so tired, y'all, because I don't really go out like that, and I also don't drink a lot. But we had a time, and I feel like it was well deserved. We went to the wedding. The reception ceremony, everything was so beautiful. Shout outs to Ariel and Anthony. Congratulations, guys. But it was really beautiful. And then after the reception, we ended up going to the club, and we brought in the New Year's like that. And when I tell y'all, I didn't have a hangover the next day, thank God, with all the drinking. But my body felt it. So we on it. We're on our way to the gym. Let's get this workout. Let's start with some RDLs. I'm gonna do some barbell ones. I already did my stretching. I did some band walks, and I did some lightweight RDLs as well. I like to check to see how my knees are doing and stuff, because honestly that'll depend on how hard I'll go. I also still have a little, like, tiny bit of back pain, so I probably won't go too heavy on these. But I'm gonna do 10, and I'm gonna be doing some progressive overload. And feel that little tension on my back, and I hadn't felt that in like 2 weeks, so I'm surprised that it's kind of coming back. But that's why I also brought my belt with me, because I'm not trying to mess my back up. I did too much twerking this weekend. Not this weekend, y'all. I did too much twerking at that wedding in heels at that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on my belt, because I'm not trying to fuck my back up. It doesn't matter. Let me tell you something. It don't matter if you're not lifting heavy or whatever. Don't be ashamed to put on anything that supports you getting injured. Well, that supports you not getting injured. Because the last thing you want is to be put out of commission for a couple of weeks just because you had too much pride. I don't lift that heavy, but I'm going to use my belt if I have to. Because this is not that heavy, like I said, but I just, like, when I bent down, probably like on the sixth rep, I felt that tension, and I'm not trying to hurt myself. Another thing is, when you're doing leg presses is like one of the easiest exercises for you to ego lift. You might be sitting next to somebody that got like 4 plates and you got like 2 plates. Don't be ego lifting, y'all. But if you decide you want to hit a PR record and your knees are not they're feeling a little funny, you hold off on it, or put your knee pads on. Like I said, there's no shame in you protecting yourself. Another thing is those guards that you put on the side of the barbell. Don't be ashamed to put that on either, because people be like, "Oh, what you put on that plate is not that heavy," or whatever. It don't matter. I I got a problem with balance, which it's gotten better, but I got a problem with balance. Like I said, I'm not trying to embarrass myself, and I'm not trying to drop anything either. Alright, so for this, I'm gonna try to take this slow, because like I said, my back is feeling that tension. Slowly bring it. I think this is the highest I'm gonna go, y'all, today, because I'm really not trying to mess my back up. Two more sets. We're gonna move on to the next exercise. You want some real shit though? There's some things that we gotta leave. We gotta leave in 2025. Some fitness stuff. And as a new gym goer, not me. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about whoever's watching this. You're new to the gym, or let's just say this is your second year in the gym, or 6 months in the gym, or whatever. I need y'all to stop rushing through your sets, rushing through your reps, or thinking that if you're doing this shit in fast motion like this, you ain't doing nothing. Y'all gotta stop doing that. Y'all gotta take it slow, mind to muscle connection, feel that squeeze, feel that burn. If you want to sit up, you can. Not gonna sit up with this one. Some of the machines is easier to sit up. I ain't sitting up on this one. I'ma just take it slow. It don't matter how if the weight is light. I mean, you still want to go up, but yeah. So I'm doing 15 of these. 15 of these, as you can see, when I'm bringing my leg down, I'm squeezing slow, so I can feel it on my hands. So slow. You gotta point your toes up like this. You can do that. Damn, I lost count of my reps. I'm gonna say I'm at 7, more than 15, but it is what it is. So as you can see, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go up on the weight by 5 pounds. Nothing too crazy. Then I'm gonna do it again. Do 4 sets of this. So I'm gonna do that. Like I said, take your time. Like, stop trying to like rush through those reps, because you're really not gonna feel the exercise the way that you should. And like I said, it creates that muscle to mind connection, and it also helps you see where you could improve if you're actually feeling the exercise and all of that. Um, and it's gonna take time, you know. With machines like this, obviously this is a little easier, but you still want to make sure that you're doing it right. Whether if it's how you're adjusting the machine, because I'm short, I got short legs, so I really gotta adjust the seat a certain way. I can't put the seat too forward, um, but I can't put the seat too back. Then I gotta adjust the pad right here. And not all of these machines are the same. Like some of them, the adjustments are a little different. The weights are a little different, so it makes it a little trickier. So just, be careful with that. But yeah, take your time, man. Stop rushing through them reps. So let's get to the rest of the sets, and then we're gonna move on to the next exercise. My phone, 'cause I feel like I'll be yelling. But we're about to hit some reverse lunges. I'd rather just do 10 on one leg and then 10 on the other leg. But that's up to you how you want to do it. Cable kickbacks. We doing some cable kickbacks. Definitely one of my one of those exercises is definitely one of those exercises that I have a love and hate relationship with, because it's so effective, but I don't like doing them. But they're a staple in my routine. Anytime I've had it in my routine, I've never skipped it. I may use machines sometimes, but the cable machine is honestly my favorite one to use because it's so versatile. So, and to lower this, I'm gonna just keep it simple, y'all. I'm not doing nothing crazy, but I've done different variations, whether they're lateral kick raises, which is to the side like this, or if I'm using a bench or whatever, or if I'm doing it on the floor, I'm just gonna keep it simple. Now, if you're feeling the exercise on your lower back, this is why I tell y'all, take your time. Don't sit there and rush through it, because honestly, you're gonna either end up injuring yourself, or you're just not gonna get the benefits out of the workout that you want. It's okay to do the lightest weight. This is one of those exercises that is mind to muscle connection. So this is why I'm telling you, if you don't feel it where you're supposed to feel it, then, you know, one thing I like to do is I like to keep this knee, the non-working leg, I like to keep it bent. So I like to keep it a little bent, not stiff like this. You can do this. You can definitely do this. This is fine. But I like to really kick back. So, and this one, the working leg, I actually like to also keep the knees a little bent. 4, 5. We're gonna do 15 of this. 6, 15. So you're doing 15 on each leg. Don't forget, y'all, to also take your little rest in between sets, especially with leg day. I like to take from 45 seconds to a minute break. You can take longer than that, but that rest period is really important. 3, 15. Now, if you want to make it more intense for you, you can superset it with just, that short range that I was telling you. 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. That's a burn. That's a burn, y'all. I kind of want to be more intentional. Let me put my thing on noise cancellation, because I can't really hear what I'm saying. Oh man, I know I'm probably yelling right now, but this year I want to be more intentional with a lot of things, like as far as just myself. Um, and as a mom, like sometimes you feel guilty of feeling that way, because it's like you're all about your family, you're all about your kids, and it feels like if there's an area in your life that you really want to focus on yourself, where you may be able to include your family, but you just choose to really kind of put yourself first in that area, it almost feels like you're being selfish, but I promise you you're not. Because the worst thing as a mother is losing yourself in the process of being a mom, if that makes sense. And when I say losing yourself, I don't mean like just physically, like what you look like, but also just like your mentality and all of that. Like it's it's like people always want to, everybody's situation is different. So you got people that are going to be like, oh, what's so hard and whatever. But like when you're going on a day-to-day basis and things just unexpectedly happen, or you got to, take time out of doing the things that, where you're prioritizing yourself, and you kind of fall off, it's like when you really start to think, damn, I should have kind of prioritized that and stuff. So this year I just want to be more intentional, like as far as the things that I'm trying to do, whether it's business, whether if it's fitness, whether if it's like me just being more social as well. I feel like I've been in DFW for a while now for me to be as social as I am, especially in the industry that I'm in. So I want to get out and do things more, even if I'm doing a lot of solo things. Like I definitely want to do that. And just lock the fuck in for real. Like I thought about letting go of certain things. Like I thought about not drinking the whole entire year, which, to be honest with y'all, I don't really drink. So that's not that hard. But I thought about doing that because it just, I don't know, it just doesn't do anything for me. So if I could completely let that go, that would be cool. Just being more intentional about what I'm putting in my body, I'm getting older, so taking my vitamins, doing stuff like that. Let me know in the comments below what are your goals this year. Go down on weight for this one. That was 15. Alright, so I think I'm gonna put 20 more pounds. This is my least favorite exercise in the entire fucking world. Whoever invented this, God bless you. I ain't gonna be mean, but I really hate this exercise. I try to avoid this at all costs, but I gotta put on the big girl pants. It actually was easier than it normally is. Because when I tell y'all this shit be hard now, if I'm doing straight leg, yeah, I would have been dead. But I'm not doing that today. We just doing bent knees and still getting the workout in. So when you're doing these, make sure you're driving your hips off the backpack. Like don't leave it straight because you really aren't gonna feel the crunch. So you want to make sure that your hips are kind of coming off of the pad. A lot of y'all, I be feeling like I be doing these wrong. So these are cable crunches facing the pole. It feels like I'm not doing I'm not doing that. But if I do it facing that way, away from the pole, it feels like I'm doing something. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try this. I could definitely go heavier. But I'd rather do it like this because I still feel like I feel it a lot more and it just feels more comfortable. This is way better, y'all. Oh, that was way better. Way, way better. Like, okay. But when I do it like this, it kind of feels like I'm doing the ab machine. So if you're ever at the gym and the ab machine is taken, just do the crunches like this. Or if you just don't like crunches, period, this is an easy way to do it. You get on the Stairmaster and then we're gonna wrap it up and go home.